Have you ever looked at your monthly merchant statement and wondered where all your profit went? I'm Charles Crillo, an onboarding specialist at Ally Payments, and welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we're breaking down credit card processing fees in plain, easy to understand terms. We'll show you who's taking a cut of each sale, from banks to hidden intermediaries, so you can read your statement confidently and make smarter decisions for your business. Let's get started. Before we break down the fees, it's crucial to understand the five-party model that applies to almost every credit card transaction. First, you have the issuing bank. That's the customer's bank, the one that gave them their credit card. They usually take the largest cut of the transaction. Then there's the acquiring bank, which is your bank, the one that manages your merchant account and receives the funds on your behalf. In between them, you have the card networks like Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. They provide the rails on which the transaction travels. For online sales, there's also the payment gateway, which is the secure software that connects your website or virtual terminal to the rest of the payment process. And finally, sometimes you have a sales agent or an independent sales organization who might have signed you up for the service. Understanding who's involved is the first step to making sense of your bill. Let's talk about the two fundamental types of fees that form the base of every credit card transaction: interchange fees and assessment fees. Think of interchange as the wholesale cost of accepting a card. This is set by the card networks, but it's paid directly to the issuing bank. The fee is non-negotiable and varies widely based on factors such as card type, how the transaction was processed, in person versus online, and even your industry. There are literally hundreds of different interchange rates out there. Then you have assessment fees. These are much smaller, usually flat percentages or tiny per transaction fees paid directly to the card networks, Visa, MasterCard, etc., for the privilege of using their network. These are also non-negotiable. What's important to remember is that interchange and assessment fees are the foundation of your bill. Every processor pays these same base costs. For those of you processing online transactions or even taking payments over the phone, you're likely using a payment gateway. This is the secure digital connection that encrypts customer data and sends it through the network. It's essentially the virtual version of your physical card terminal. Gateway fees typically consist of two components: a monthly subscription fee for access to the service and a small per transaction fee, typically a few cents. These fees cover crucial security features such as encryption, tokenization, and fraud prevention tools, which are essential to protecting your business and your customers. Sometimes, especially with all-in-one solutions, the gateway cost might be bundled into a single rate, so it's not always obvious on your statement. Next up is the merchant acquiring bank. This is the bank that works on your behalf within the payment process. They're the ones who give you a merchant account and essentially guarantee that you can accept card payments. They play a critical role, including assuming financial liability if something goes wrong, such as high chargebacks or business failure. Your acquiring bank charges for the services they provide, which can include maintaining your merchant ID, daily processing of your deposits, providing customer support, and ensuring you meet compliance standards, which protects sensitive cardholder data. These fees are often administrative and can appear on your statement as statement fees, monthly service fees, or even compliance fees. They're essential for keeping your payment operations running smoothly. Now we come to the part of your statement where you actually have some control: markup fees and sales agent commissions. Remember those non-negotiable interchange and assessment fees? Well, your payment processor or sales agent adds a small fee to those base costs. This is the markup, and the markup covers their costs and their profit. Sales agents or independent sales organizations often earn a residual, a small percentage of every transaction you process, as long as you're their client. Be aware of expensive equipment leases, which can be commissions disguised as hardware costs. The good news is that this markup is sometimes negotiable depending on your business and your industry. If you have high sales volume, you have greater leverage to negotiate these fees down. This is where truly understanding your statement can save you significant money. Learning how to read a merchant statement is arguably the most crucial part for any retail business owner. The first thing to find is your total volume and your total fees. Divide your total fees by your total sales volume and you get your effective rate. For most retail businesses, a healthy effective rate is typically between 2.5% to 3.5%. Be very cautious of tiered pricing models where you see qualified, mid-qualified, and non-qualified rates. This is a common way processors hide higher fees, pushing more transactions into the expensive tiers. The most transparent pricing model is Interchange Plus, where you see the raw interchange cost plus a clear, small markup from your processor. Also look out for ancillary fees like monthly minimums, PCI non-compliance fees, or gateway fees that might be listed separately. Knowing what to look for empowers you to ask the right questions. Your merchant statement doesn't have to be confusing or costly. With a clear understanding of credit card processing fees, you can review your rates, ask the right questions, and take steps to reduce unnecessary costs. Managing these fees is an important part of keeping more of your hard-earned profit. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more payment processing strategy tips. If you're interested in accepting payments at your business, please contact us at alliedpayments.com. That's alliedpayments.com, and see you in the next video.